And we're back, part two. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie, there we go, we're live. And we're live in car with, in the 003, our third car out of 4 cars. This is part two. Watching them a little bit in the 005 car to round out the first parts of these race. Currently in solid, and they're kind of fluctuating between 5th and 6th position. Chet Barkin was in the car before, and now Corey Barton, his son, is in the car after. Hopefully Dad didn't leave a mess.
Heck no.
On and off throughout the day, we'll have Jim Ray, your pit reporter. Things just getting started here, so we're going to show a little bit. And awful hard to stream 24 hours straight or to watch 24 hours straight, so we'll try to, do updates. Another great paint job. 003, its distinctive colors. It's the livery that I won with just a few years ago in the 24. Even though I was just a pawn in the big game of life, the big game of racing. Corey gets solid laps right now. New guy on the team, really gelling with the other young fellas. A whole new crop of young donkeys. It's very nice to see. And this also has a stellar lineup with a lower strength of average strength of field and I rating, but I think this car really has a good chance to win because the drivers are way better than the I ratings, and it's always what you want to get. I would say that with all our cars, but this one I just got a feeling, long way to go, no jinxie, but nice paint. That's just awesome. Corey was on almost every night here the last few weeks, especially. But just intricacies and already, training other guys that hadn't got up to speed yet in practice by going through doing the typical team stuff where you watch their lap times. Porsche, there is no substitute. And, with that driver lineup, it's awesome. Matt Watkins joining us, the stock car sim racing legend. Hey, Kevin Mays, what's up, man? Kevin Mays of FSB in the house. We're going to be jumping to the pretty much mostly FSB car in a while after we watch what's up here. So I know there's somewhere I can see the driver lineups. I'm not very good in the forum stuff.
Howdy, Milt. There's a 24-hour Daytona Discord down there.
Yeah, I clicked on it. I couldn't.
If you scroll, let me pin it. That way we can always find it.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's way up the line. The logs are a little harder to find. Sam is in, folks. Driver change. The 005. Sam Young is strapping in.
Yeah, Kevin Mays watching. We'll jump over to that car pretty soon. So Sam cramming for the race, and that's just great to see.
You're getting prepared.
Partnership of FSB and Donkey Bob. Awesome.
From what I see, he is away on track, folks. Okay, I pinned the starting lineup, so if you go to that Discord channel and look at the pins, that should...
I see one pin message.
Looks like speeding penalty on exit there. Got some technical issues. He's bringing her back in. It's like getting dropped into a full-speed blender.
No pin messages.
And the 24 Hours of Daytona 2026
Wrong
section.
Update, you suck. Let's try again. Thank goodness. Yeah, okay, 003. Toby Brown Bear. Who is Brown Bear?
Owning, I think is his last name. Let me go look.
Matt Watkins, Chet Barkin, and Corey Barton. Nice lineup.
David Browning. David Browning is Brown Bear. We just joined.
10-4. So he's new. Toby Roberson is not new, definitely. Matt Watkins has been here before. The stock car legend. Taking on a 963 hybrid Porsche, and he was looking really good in practice, Jim, as I am not surprised. Corey 35-7. Laps.
I'm He's doing stop and go here, trying to sort out the pit limiter, make sure he's got that on.
So first Roberson, then Browning. And now Corey in the car. His team's fastest lap so far with Corey at 122, 135, 595.
Keep an eye on the logs too. How about that?
And his dad Chester ran nice double there. Looks like clean and green, no harm, no foul, no blood. This is exactly what this team wants to do. So as we pretty much.
Sam is away. We had a unsafe pit exit as he went too far to the right over the white line. He's going to come in again.
Nah.
Welcome to 24 hours, folks. They don't mess around. Gotta be prepared. Practice that stuff. Come on, buddy, you got it. But no damage to the car. We're gonna keep it clean. We're gonna continue on.
There's so much to think about in endurance racing, Jim. Pit road speed limiter, and this is all new to several of these guys. So you're gonna have those growing pains. And IMSA is at least as bad as NASCAR. They are owned by NASCAR, so they're all in it together. In other words, there's no cheating allowed. It's not like the old days. And Sam's not cheating there, but you break a rule, this simulation will bust you, and IMSA will bust you. You lose. 196, 7, 8, 9, 200 miles an hour. Just about all these teams with this setup are they're running about the same straightaway speeds. The 001, 002, and 003 running, same or very similar setups. Drivers do have adjustments like traction control. They got a lot of adjustments, but usually what they mess with is traction control with cold tires, and it's use less traction control as things warm up to get faster lap times. He's just chilling like a villain,
back
cruising.
On pit road, let's see what happens here. It looks like it doesn't say it's a black flag or a stop. Let's see. Drive through.
So 005 definitely having some problems there.
So we got to go through these cones. Stay to the left. Perfect. Now we're up and away. Sammy can start his first step. Now we're good. No damage, no issues. It's all good.
Here, Corey having to way get out of it there in the bus stop now. Let the car roll before you can pick up that throttle. Otherwise, you get those turtles or that big old curb on the inside. You're shitting peach seeds.
I can find the racing lights.
A little more conservative line that I've seen these guys run. I think that one thing I was telling these guys, with all the practice they've done, that you just have no idea what it's like till you run the race, how your pucker stuff starts to pucker. You're like, wow, man, I'm tight, I'm stiff, because it's not practice. You can't make a mistake here. Taking a look on the inside of this GT car and lets him know he's there, passes. You'll see guys blink, but usually it depends on the drive. Oh, and there's a car around right in front of him. Wow. And, the team will have spotters watching like we're watching now in different views, which is definitely something me and Jim are going to try to do later on. And they really need help. Right now, everybody's full of piss and vinegar. Only 18 hours and 29 minutes to go. Sounds like a Johnny Cash song there.
Last updates I see, the 001 running started P9. 15 incidents in the first stint, systematically molested by the cars around. Steve did great to keep it safe and on the track. They're still in at about 10th and all that, and then they're P6 now. Sam with a nice overtake in the 005. So the 001, that is Cody, JF, Matthew, and Steve. 2 Pacifics, a mountain, and a UK time zone, which is helpful. 003 is still showing in P3. Wait a minute, no.
003 is showing P5.
No.
They've been running around P5 or P6. I read in the in Discord. Teams are chatting it up. Also, when the drivers get out of the car, keeping up the logs. Make sure, as you can see, the brakes really light up under braking there in the 003. They get hot. Carbon fiber, you see as soon as they get on the straightaway, though, a lot of cooling time. But these cars are kind of aero closed up a little. Try to get that right balance. Now weather, 7:36 p.m. sim time, 68 degrees, 0 chance of rain, 86% humidity and wind, northeast, 5 miles an hour, not much. Nice Florida temperatures. Chicago is tomorrow when the Rams play. They're gonna wish they had that Florida temperatures. They're gonna be minus 68.
We're looking at the 003 with Corey, Chet, Matt, Toby, and it's showing Alex, but I know he also has the name David, so that's going to be Brown. We're just going to go Browning. Toby started it off with a 4-car pileup. The wing broke off. He lost a minute. They went from 11th to the back, and now they've been systematically climbing up.
Oh, and we get hit right there by the GT car, as we just caught that. No bueno. We survived there, but you can see the contact. Come on, bro. Really? So that's what you got to deal with. A nice clean pass, you're way ahead, and the GT car outbrakes himself and uses you as a stopping ram. So not much you can do about that. You get that damage, and it does get fixed pretty good in the sim. Is a little more. It's a lot more forgiving than a real car. But if you bend it up real good, she'll be done.
Yeah, Corey lost about 10 minutes on that with the tow. Chet got in for a stint. Looks like Chet is in now, if I'm not mistaken.
Corey Barton's in the car right now.
Corey's still in. Okay, so Chet came in for a single, and then Corey got back in again, I think. What it looks like. What lap are they showing?
They're showing, I believe it's lap 193.
Okay, then yeah. So Chet got in for a single, did a nice clean one, and then Corey's back in. So 3 out of 4 of the last stints were done by Corey, with Watkins scheduled to go in next. Aha, we keep tabs on now.
Yeah, the great Matt Watkins, stock car, has done it all in FSB and other leagues. In NASCAR 2003 and now in Iracing. You can drive, and he can drive. So that takes a look right there of the lap times and that progression of Corey being in the car, Chet getting in, and Corey back in as Jim was talking. It's 12 o'clock somewhere, so not here, but so I guess we're popping the Budweiser. Got a long way to go, so I got to pace myself.
I gotta set this up. We have 4 different race logs. They're not all on the same place, so they're not different tabs. So let me see if I can track these down and have them ready for us.
I'll be right back.
Sure. The 002 car starting 4 hours later. They ran a different split. Remember that.
My boy Kevin Mays got my back. Have a beer. It's Central Time Zone. It's afternoon. So, attaboy. I love it. It's great when you have friends from all over the United States and the world. You're always in the right time zone to drink. Oh boy. Corey Barton, how much longer does he have until he passes off to dude here? So.
He got in on lap 179, so however many laps that's going to be. So, but you can look at the laps on the left, kind of guesstimate.
Okay, 151 to 178 was Chester, so that's 27 laps.
Yeah, we're going to 20. He did. Chet did 28, so let's go 27. So 205.
Yeah, somewhere around 205. And he's at 195, so he's looking at about another 10 laps. I'd like to at least see the sequence of Watkins get in and get to going, and then maybe we'll switch over to the 005 and try to clip these at about an hour, hour and a half, or so that the replays are watchable, and then we can restart. And so we're on part 2 right now. We may have part 10. You never know. Depends how long. If we just get somebody to come in every now and then and watch and check it out and dig on it, because this is really cool. And you know, you could do this too. FSB member or other sim racing member, you know, you can get a hold of Matthew Maseko at Donkey Bop or Jim, and Matt is pretty much handling a lot of that kind of stuff, recruiting, and if you're interested, just like these other FSB guys have done, they're like, hey man, I want a part of that, you know, it's pretty cool. We're a professional team. You don't have to be super fast, you just gotta be dependable, show up and do the best you can and have fun and be cool. We got all kinds of cars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 10 cars if we have enough drivers. Let's stream
I
of
got all the
Jay.
logs here if you want to run through a little update. We got still sitting on P9, a 001 car. That's Cody's in the car right now. I see a one lap stint there where something happened with JF, I think. Wants to see what that's about. And then Steve pitted early on the first stint, 21 laps stint there, so something happened there. The 002. They started 4 hours later. They ran the later stint, so they're going to be running 4 hours later. Try to remember that every time we hop in. They're sitting P9. Had to avoid a crazy shemazel occurring in the first horseshoe, so that would be Maseko notes. Only him would use shemazel.
Shamil Shamazo Hassan Pfeffer Incorporated.
Brender, clean stint, looking good, it says. They're doing an incident count right there for each one as well. 003, you're in right now. And 005, they were in P2 as DJ brought it in. Started 7th, so Andrew and Jameson went from 7th to 2nd. Looking at tire temps on there. Let me clean up this log. So anyway, cars still running. All cars are in the top 9. Still running here. 4 hours in for 3 of them. Just to get started on one.
Thank you, Jim. That little moment there for Corey battling. Just kind of got a little twitchy under braking, but he wanted to take a look into turn 2. Last lap and decided better against it, but he was, pretty aggressive. He's racing, but racing smart. So, and that's what you got to do. Nice little gaggle of cars right there. Now with the Cadillac in front of him. Oh boy, and the Porsche 9. Haven't seen any Ferraris. Seen Ferraris in practice. Oh, there's a car back there off. Trying to pass him. Oh, and the kink there. That's always a sticker pecker moment right there. Car's up in the marbles a little bit. This is quite the battle here. So these are cars for position here. Trevor Hartman 2 and Team 5 Motorsports is P3. Corey right behind him, P5. So that's probably, that might be updated. Corey taking a look down low and makes the pass with ease. Dude backed off there, very nice. We might be a lap down because from that car. And you get a lot of good racing, but then there's always that guy that's going to get you. Or gal. Oh, boy. Good thing he's a young fella because there's some quick responses there. He almost ran into the back of that Corvette GT3 big time. Nose cam, asphalt, rubber, tire marks, dirt. I don't even think I have all the graphics up. I just have it to match. And he goes 3 wide through there. Parts of the Red Sea. Didn't even hesitate, which you can't. You got to go for it. Veer out to the outside right here. take that outside in right there, pointing towards that pole, and then back down low. Nice momentum. You see how fast this car catches these GTs under brake. Now the GTs have great brakes, anti-lock brakes, so you can't. It's and the braking in these GTP cars is sketchy. Yeah, he's out in the marbles there. He had to pedal it, as you can see. Dirt flying off as he hits the grass right there. Looks pretty real, doesn't it? It's your Porsche steering wheel. Live. Real time. See the gear changes. Seventh gear. Seventh gear, 7,000 RPM. Go like hell. A few more laps before probably get some Matt Watkins. See it when you catch somebody in rust we trust. You can feel them on the inside there. Yeah, you can't outbrake these cars. You have to be patient there and trust them. Stay in your lane, bro. Then easy by. That blip of speed, little wheel spin there. As we see the gyro cam. Love that in car. That shows you 33 degrees banking. Eleven turns, 40 pit stalls. Well, that can't be. Because there's usually 60 cars in this race, so they get a few extra, I guess. The gyro cam there, was that some kind of Greek sandwich cam? So right now Matt Watkins is getting ready in his rig, getting settled in. Make sure his controls are set. You might do a little test session offline. Iracing is so much more advanced in the old games and more reliable as far as stuff like that going, and stuff like that happening is rare, but it still does if you're not careful. You gotta practice, and you gotta know, make sure your rig is dependable and ready to run. These guys run rigs from some $10,000 rigs down to my rig's a couple $100. Well, maybe a little more than that. Tick, 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 tick. You're seeing 10 laps down there. You could get a little discouraged, but then look up there. You got 18 hours left. And you see how sketchy it is. So you always have a chance for the overall victory. Because it can happen to you. And it can happen to you again. Well, I sent links out to people, and we'll be doing on and off. We're just getting started. Hopefully get some like and subscribes, and so when I do fire it up, more people will see. Hopefully will watch. Because we're always running races here at Doggy Bob. And there will be one after this. Whoa! See that? How quickly he caught that GT car. They're all, they're talking right now on the team channel. Got to keep, how much fuel. Make sure. Oh, and that GT car cuts down right in front of Corey there. He should be low, but he should have been lower. Oh boy! Now you got the LMP2 car on the inside there. Every lap is a sticker. Pucker, pecker moment. So hopefully we'll get some more people watching later. Plus, it's basically for the drivers to be able to check themselves out later, as the broadcasts last forever. Anytime now. See Corey blink the lights there. And when you're in that GT car, that gets your attention, because that's all you can see in your rearview mirror. Whoa, that's bright. Just like the real guys. It's very distracting. Some people like to use it as an intimidation. I always tried to use it only when I thought it was relevant. Because you don't want to irritate people or just get them blind, and then they panic and don't know what to do when you're coming up on them. Lap 205. This is when we figured it could happen. What's more, into the former bus stop, now called Le Mans Corner, and Le Mans has done us a favor by calling their chicane Daytona Corner. So collaboration there, and here we are down pit road. Corey Barton down to 55 miles an hour. Talked about 003 Porsche. Thought he was in the stall, maybe. Now Watkins, all that practice, everything. Deep breath. Get getting in the car and it's on you, bruh. No feeling like that. The great multiple world champion, the greatest driver in the history of FSP and racing. Most wins by far, championships in every single division possible. He's in the car. From South Carolina, still a young man. Pit road speed limiter. This pit exit, very easy to pile it up. You gotta go so slow, and he does just that. No sense trying to beat it. These tires are cold, and it will get your attention quickly. I'm just about letting anybody by. I think he can beat the GTs on cold tires, but definitely got to lift through there, as he does very well. Dokie, so some problems for the 005. We'll be jumping over there yet and see how they pick up the pieces. Racing is hard, but right now we'll focus on the 003, Matt Watkins, and his outlap. Just so excited, I'm what do you call it? I'm a big fan. Man crush. I don't know, whatever. I just love this guy. Raced against him when he was young. And, maybe beat him like twice. Once was the Indy 500 where I wrecked him 2 to go. He's helped me into several computers and always helps me with computer issues, and I just love his fiery style and skill. Huge fan. Here we go. So, and I'll be back in a second. Donkey Bob Racing, continuing coverage of the 24 hours of Daytona. Ooh, locks them up a little bit in turn one. That'll get your attention, and that happens a lot. The braking in these cars is very difficult. We're talking fly-by-wire in the rear or in the fronts, and manual in the rear. Their braking adjustments take some practice to get used to stopping these GTP cars. It's one of the reasons, of course they dogged me to run this race. I just did not feel I was going to be good enough for that at this point. These cars are very difficult to drive. So anyway, like that, we're going to split over a little bit and get on a different server. So we'll black out a little bit and we'll watch a few more laps here of Matt Watkins, and then we'll fire up another stint. Matt taking it easy as you have to. It's like a rocket ship. It's like a F-16 fighter plane. The beautiful lines. Every inch of these cars is just unbelievable. Matt's won a lot of races. He knows how to win, and you don't win by crashing. And, in stock cars, he's very aggressive on pit stops, all that. But talking to him this week, he was, a little, I'm kind of humbled, so, there's no sense in me getting out of my depth of what I can do. So I'm going to take it easy a little bit. And you got two GTs fighting, so you gotta ease on the gas there, and you're not gonna get grip, and you get off camber there. So nice move. Speeds are incredible. Kind of, you see a lift and roll there a little bit. That saves fuel also, and the car does have centrifugal braking through the hybrid system, so managing that and the braking is very difficult. Yep, when you're getting past, you want to be on the outside here in turn 2. You want to be at the inside in the kink here, or not getting past. Here you're going to want to be this GT car, this guy's coming. Can he catch me right here? I don't think so. So I'm going to keep my normal line. Now when I get on the banking here, I'm going to want to get down low so he can pass me up high. Just like that. That's how it's done. It's that Mercedes C63. So I got a text from Adam Roberts. He wants to try to broadcast some of this today too. He's broadcasting everything, mostly himself, but also Monday nights on Twitch. So I wanted to know if I'd jump in a little bit with him, maybe. So I might do a little combo of that action. Matt, he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Just taking it nice and easy, getting into a rhythm, feeling the track. Always feels different than when you've practiced, temperature-wise, grip level. Just something about all these cars, rubber on the track. working a guy for position, already passing cars, very impressive. Matt Watkins does not show up unprepared or he don't race. Privilege to have him on our team. So you have it for that. I think what we're going to do is jump out for a sec and we'll leave the stream on and just jump out of iRacing and get in and we'll get with the 005 car here. So see you in a few. Okay, we'll be on in a few minutes, loading up for a little action from the 005 McLaren in the GT3 class. Be right back. And there you have it. Now we got paint, some badass paint. This is a 005 car in their own split with Sam Young, Jamison Pearson, Andrew Elliott, and DJ Sorrentino. Team FSB rolling with the donkeys, and it's currently Andrew Elliott. Unfortunately, they did have some problems, and Sam Young had some issues. Had to get out of the car. And yeah, so here we go. It is what it is. So now we got to crawl back. We got 17 hours and 47 minutes as we just saw a car go right off right there. Crazy as this split, they're in a high enough split where they got GTP cars too. So they're having to deal. Now you're looking at the alternate situation. The other three cars, 1, 2, and 3, you saw they were in the fastest car. Now these guys are in the slowest car. Still a beast to drive. Anti-lock brakes, scraping the ground there. In P7 there, which is that P7? No, that's P16. Their number is 07, so they didn't get their 005 number, but actually that is apropos, because it just reminds me of Ken Soska, our great buddy who passed away this year. Maybe that's freaking karma right there. I'll take it. Long way to go for these guys. Not sure what's going to happen there with Sam Young. Hopefully he can get it straightened out and get back and run his stints. Otherwise, they're going to have an issue in that car as far as they're going to have to pick up more. Drivers are going to have to run more. So have to stay tuned and see how that works out. But that's a bummer. If it was easy, anybody could do it. It's harder than it looks. Yeah, the car looks in pretty good shape. Take a look at the results. We started 16th, moved up to like 7th, and now we're back, or 24th, moved to 7th, now we're back to 16th. Actually, that shows 6, so we're P6 in class, not bad. 16th overall, P6 in class. And that's who we're racing, so we're a lot closer than that. Let's look at who's leading the class. Porsche 911 of these guys here. MJK Sim Racing. Get a picture of what kind of lap times they're running. Fast Ferry Cats, one driver so far in that car. Let's see, 1:44.6, their fastest lap. Okay, there's seeing teammates there. You can't do this by yourself. It's illegal. Back in my dad's day, they ran with 2 drivers, if you can believe it. Unbelievable. Talk about like 4 hours on, 4 hours off. That's freaking crazy. We're running like 48s, but let's see where we are currently. Lap times. 37 area. Team's fastest lap, 45.6 from Andrew at the beginning. So I'm not sure how much damage they got. Get a report from Jim in a little bit. Not going to stay on too much longer because so we can wrap up part 2. And then a little bit later we'll fire our part 3 and maybe also do some stuff with Andrew. Or Adam Roberts, sorry, on Twitch. So. Project Rico. Battling. These GTs are running a race too. All the different cars there. See, this is the McLaren. It's a BMW. Porsche 911. A lot of Porsches in this race. They are a beast. There's a Corvette. GT3. Lexus. Where's that thing? No, that's an Acura. Acura, my bad. Every one of these servers packed full. Corvette. P9 in class. 19th overall. I like the way they do that. Just like IMSA with the lights on the side. And that is your leader right there. That's P1 in the Cadillac. 136s. The Barbie Ferrari. 26. There looks like they're having some issues there as they're missing parts. Oh no. Where's the rear? That's gonna be a problem. Some Ting Wong, Darren Larson, that's the name of their team. There's definitely some Ting Wrong for sure. That looks like a Volkswagen Doom buggy instead of a Ferrari. That thing's pointed in every front end. You can't just replace parts as easy in these as you can in the prototypes. Back with Andrew Elliott. The FSB driver, him and Jameson drive about everywhere every day. So they're driving something. They're driving in all these different leagues. Pin League, FSB, road racing here with Donkey Bob. Him and his buddy Jameson are kind of like the odd couple a little bit. Jameson would be described as the more fiery one. A Like this McLaren, drove it. It's the last car I did race. Decent run at Suzuka. You got a P7, something like that. He's got business behind him. This is the way it is for 24 hours. It's just relentless. And fatigue comes in. Computer fatigue, internet, so many things can go wrong. And, just race it. It's hard. See the prototypes go by like they're standing still. Then under braking, you see they can almost outbrake the prototypes. Actually, they can. Oh, heck yeah, we got some, just checking out the chat. What's up, Justin Bird? The bird's the word. Project Rico, that'll definitely be, he's going to probably stream some stuff later. Justin Bird, fresh off a victory last week, I believe, and always running good at FSB. Good to have you in here. Dude can roll. I'd like to see you do some turning left and right, bro. But you get to see your peers in action here, and they're doing a great job. Long way to go. 17 hours and 36 minutes left. The gravity of that is just unbelievable until you've done it. And right now everybody's still kind of fired up and it's all new and stuff. But then, sim time now is, 8:27. So you got a whole night of racing in the dark. It's not like Le Mans where you can't, see as good. Le Mans is way more lit up than it was in my dad's day, and this track too. This track was pretty dark back in the day, but not much to worry about driving at night here. The thing you worry about is rain, and the forecast says none. Take a look. Hopefully Jim Ray will come in. He's working the pits. I don't want to go into their Discord channels and distract anybody at all. So, the drivers, if they watch this later and stuff and throughout, they can come into this broadcasting channel and give a little talk about their race. Looking at 27 laps for the prototypes. I'm not sure here. Let's take a look at DJ's last run. 174, 117. That's 50 some laps there. I'm brain farting right there. So they can go a long ways here. So. So 57 laps. Let's make sure that's right. Yeah, so that's a pit stop. So that's probably half. So yeah, they're still right around. That's probably a double stint there. So it's right around 28 for these guys too. Looks like. So we're probably still looking at about 10 more laps for Andrew Elliott. And he'll probably do a double here, so he'll stay in the car. Still should get tires and fill that tank up. This is where it starts to grind already. But later in real life time for these drivers, and these drivers are all over, Canada, the world. Steve Jones is in London, England. Our team is diverse and all over the place, and so everybody's trying to be scheduling, Maseko and Jim Ray, trying to schedule these cars together and give them, time off at the right time, which works for them. Sometimes they got stuff they gotta do. All kinds of things goes into, running a 24-hour race and being prepared to drive. So just really loving to see that 07 number on there, even though it is the 005. Somebody else must have had that when they logged in, or they made a mistake. They might have. But it's, apropos and ironic and, very cool that Ken Soska's number happens to show up on our car. Very nice. Again, our buddy that passed away last summer, 56 years old. But we go on. Lest we forget, which we shall never. Any requests for views or anything? You guys watching? I just kind of get brain dead. I like me some cockpit. I've got it set kind of how I drive with my single screen. I don't have the, a lot of these guys will have the backwards camera on, but for some reason, the way I got my replay set, might be able to change that. Of course, that takes more graphics, but even for a dummy like me is amazing. Mirrors in replay. See? Let's go with one and see what happens. Apply. Okay. Now sync. He's in a gaggle right now as that Ferrari 333 goes by. It's a Ferrari. Wow. what's happening with the replay there, but we're not quite getting that. So be it. Solid P6 in class there. That's, yeah, we went back a ways there, but that's still a lot could be done with this. Just got to keep on trucking. Back to that cockpit. I know there's a field of view setting, but that'll be good enough. The gyro cam there, gyro. That's what Discord am I in? I'm in the Donkey Bob Discord. I think you could roll in there, I think. Unless I rolled in the FSB one for a minute, and if you wanted to hang, but then we can't catch Jim. Well, actually, he could probably figure it out. But not sure if you can get in, if you need an invite or what. Should be able to get in ours. Listen to the roar of that McLaren engine. Is that bitching or what? I mean, that is how they sound. All these sounds in the sim are available, and they are from the real cars. Yeah, let me work on that, Adam. I'll get back to you. clocking off some solid laps. He's definitely put the work in and prepared as expected, and running great up to this point. Tick, tick, tick. Pretty soon he's got to probably make a stop here. A lot of you guys, even the guys that haven't run here on the road course, have run here at Daytona. Still that same crazy pit entrance, high speed. A lot of room here. Still 55 miles an hour. As Andrew's taking a look at this Porsche. Showing him down low, giving those lights into his mirror there. Show him I want by, but now he's got to deal with a GTP car. Looking in the mirror, you always got to look in the mirror. You're all over the place. Now you got to rekindle that battle again because you lose time. Sometimes getting offline, letting the faster cars go, but it has to be done. They're expecting that. And if you don't conform, y'all might wreck each other. Andrew getting a run here. Still, dude, kind of blocking a little bit. Maybe he just didn't know which way to go. And then the Porsche dives right back trying to get a run. The draft. 170, 172, 175, 174, 175 max. Top speed into turn one. For a GT car. That's all in the mail. Duking it out. I think when they stop, they're going to get 4 tires. The Le Mans chicane, very difficult. P5 in class. See how that sorts out with stops, but you see right on the rear quarter panel in green there, 5. That's P5. This looks rather simple. Just cruising around is not simple. There's a car off on the inside there, did a 360 or something. Can't seem to find reverse. Yeah, so we're working on a few things. And we got pit stop here. Andrew Elliott. Down pit road, 55 miles an hour, son. Pit road speed limiter on. Don't have to do it like a stock car. You got a button you press. Just got to make sure you don't turn it off. And speed, or forget to turn it off when you leave pit road. A lot going on in that car. Andrew exits pit road, 55 again. This pit exit, very difficult. Slow. Don't want to bang it up here. Looks like they got tires, not sure, really couldn't tell. Full tank of fuel. And that's what you do. You come out in non-aggressive mode. That's how you survive. Get some heat in the tires, get things going, get acclimated to a full tank of fuel. Then you start working it. There's just no sense in making any unnecessary moves. How long the broadcast is gone. We want to break these into clips here. Oh, and the car goes around right in front of them. And just like, and all of a sudden, oh shit! Let's take a look at that. Back it up here. See what Andrew saw from his cockpit. Take a couple views of this. Not sure if that's a GTP car or... Let's see what Andrew saw. I'm not as good as Adam and Sam at this, but a little slow. Okay, cockpit, Andrew Elliott. Fired up. Yeah, spun the tires right in front of him. Just like that. Pretty much not much he could do there except twitch on the wheel a minute. See that what this dude he's in P39 for yeah, that looks like a LMP2 car. Yeah, so they're struggling. So he comes out here. Let's go. Oh, and he just spins it. Now that might be That's a Cadillac, so that's a GTP car with trouble. Just losing it big time. Let's go back and take a look at it from TV1 here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Got a little sugar there and spice, and around he goes, and that's not nice. Live action. "17 hours and 10 minutes remaining." So I think what we're going to do is kind of shut off for a little while, and then maybe pick up again and catch up with our 001 car and kind of do the or see where the action is, and pick up from where we started. We got all day and all night. Guys are running well. Really proud of them and their effort, and not surprised. I've seen them race at FSP, seen them run road racing in stock cars there, and thought, I got a few wins in that league, and I don't think I could beat these guys, especially a little bit older, but these guys are really good. So, and wouldn't mind seeing no Bird. He runs everything else, so why not get in a donkey car sometime? Just food for thought, bro. I guess that's an invitation. I'm a big fan, so just like Matt Watkins running today, that's just really cool, and he's running well also. I'll get some updates on those other cars here pretty soon. We're going to fire up a bunch of short little stints like this. So just kind of watch throughout the day. I know there's football on and stuff. I'll be watching that too. And we'll just be going back and forth. So with that, part 2 is going to end here. And we'll see a few of you. Thanks for showing up and watching. We'll be back later. Peace out.